Mm, mm. Hey, and yeah, don't get no more plain than that, man. It's straight to the point, man. This thing is taking place right in front of your eyes. We're witnessing, all right, the end, all right, the fall of our enemies. All right, let's get a couple precepts. All right, the Lord said, St. Matthew, the 13th chapter, verse 16, it says, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen, Salaki, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear and have not heard them. Okay, and one of these things that these righteous men have wanted to see was the fall of our enemies. This is Sirach 25 and 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And we are living to see the fall of our enemies, man. The In that video, scripture came to my mind because what you're seeing is an assembly of great nations. Iran, China, Russia. Okay, let's go to the blue letter. Let's go to Jeremiah, the 50th chapter, and this is kind of just like a quick news and prophecy, World War III algorithm update. This is Jeremiah 50, Verse 8, it says, remove out of the midst of Babylon and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans and be as the he goats before the flocks. For lo, I will raise and cause. Okay, let's read that again. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon, an assembly of great nations from the north country. You see that? And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows, which are their missiles, shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. Okay. Let's jump down to the 31st verse. And it reads, behold, I am against thee, thou, O thou most proud, saith the Lord God of hosts, for thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. All right, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise up, and I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. I got 2 more clips I want to play. Yeah, because th history repeats itself. So that which is then is now. So the signs are showing that war is about to take place. The day of the Lord, pretty much. The day of the Lord is very near. It hasteth greatly. Let's just get that real quick. I think that's Zephaniah, the first chapter. Yeah, verse 14, it says, "The great day of the Lord is near, it is near, and hasteth greatly. And even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty men shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation." And yeah, and I was watching the GMS Prime Precepts. He just went live going into how, there's talk of this EMP, and that conversation has been coming, around about over the last few years a lot lately. There's talk about this EMP because the infrastructure of the United States is wide open. You know what I'm saying? And everything is so reliant upon electricity, and it like the brother said, it does make sense for that to happen, for the electrical grid to get fried, and then this would be the way that they justify rolling in the chip. Okay, so again, it says that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, and they said that one of the vids he played that EMP would roughly wipe out about 90% of the population here. See, so hey, we coming into these days here. It says a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess. And it could get really dark out here, like figuratively, and literally. A day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against high towers. Yeah, and we're sounding the alarm against, these fenced cities, against, people that are in their comfort zones, thinking everything is stable, thinking everything is okay, thinking, things are opening back up. The jab is being rolled out. People are getting protected, against the thing, you know, against the high towers, you see. And I will bring distress upon men that they shall walk like blind men because they have sinned against the Lord. And see, when war happens, it's not a nice thing, man. It's not a friendly thing. All right. Famines take place. Prices go up. They surge, Um, and like Dave Hodges is saying, he's seeing the same thing that led up to World War II and Pearl Harbor. All right. It says, "And their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh is as the dung. Neither their and dung is shit. You're gonna shit. If you have a healthy system that's moving regularly, you're gonna shit every day. You can count on some shit to come out of you as long as you're eating, right? So, their flesh is gonna be as a dung. Bodies are gonna. The scriptures say how bodies are gonna be around like dung, man. You're gonna be stepping over the bodies. Verse 18, "Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land." And the name of that video is "Very Bad Warning Sign," which Ezekiel 3:17 says, "Give them warning from me." You know. You hear that? So the Russian government has considered what the U.S. just did recently. They put sanctions on them. Matter of fact, let's go back. Let's play it again. See, see, because the time it's not that time yet. But see, what the Lord is going to do, He's going to put that evil thought, all right, in the mind of Putin and the Russians. Let's get that in Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, because that goes into Gog and Magog. I mean, Salaki, Gog and Magog, which represents Russia today. And when you go down to verse 10, it says, "Thus saith the Lord power, it shall also come to pass that at that same time shall things come into thy mind," speaking of Gog and Magog, Russia, "and thou shalt think an evil thought." Okay, and that's going to be to basically let those missiles go, man, and to go ahead and move forward with this thing, because the Lord is working on the minds of men to not do it yet. But see, what has to be fulfilled is the wars and rumors of wars, though. You go to Luke 21. Let's get that at where is it at? Verse 9, he's telling his disciples, letting them know what to look forward to in these last days and times before his second coming. You know, verse 9, it says, "But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by." In the NLT, it says, "And when you hear of wars and insurrections, don't panic. Yet, yes, these things must take place first, but the end won't follow immediately." All right. Then said he unto them, "Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom." All right. So when you hear of wars, because matter of fact, when you go to the Saint Matthew is worded a little different, all right, in his account. So Saint Matthew 24:6 says, "When ye shall hear, when and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars." All right. So let's see what rumors of wars is. Thing heard, instruction, hearsay, report, and that's what we're hearing. We're hearing different reports of things of war. You know, these are things that lead into war, and we're hearing Russia is saying the things that the U.S. has recently done is an act of war. All right, this is comparable to a rumor of war. This is like, oh, what you doing? You know, you basically, took a piss in my yard. You walk by your neighbor's yard and you take a piss in it. That's like you coming against them. You know what I mean? Like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? So now it's like, okay, well, what you gonna do about it? And we getting to that point where, things are about to happen because the elect are sealed. See, when you go to Revelation, the 7th chapter, all we waiting on is the elect to be sealed before everything moves forward. Revelation 7 and 1. "And after these things I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree." And the angels are given the power, because angels are very powerful. They had a power to destroy everything. But see, they're given, the Lord is holding them back from bringing these things to happening. To what? It says, "And I saw," matter of fact, jump out to verse 3, saying, "Hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads." See, so the elect have to be sealed, all right, with this seal of the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushua in His gospel. Then the calamities and the war, the seventh trumpet, is gonna blow. That's when all hell is gonna break loose, and all these things are gonna happen, in their fulfillment, one after another, simultaneously, all together, man. So, that's what we're waiting on, the Lord to go ahead and move forward. But the elect have to be sealed, just like how at the time of Sodom and Gomorrah being destroyed, you had to get basically Lot and his family up out of there, which represent the elect being sealed, them being, taken out of harm's way. So, real soon, man, this thing is gonna pop off, man. It ain't gonna be no more rumors and no more, little subtle attacks. It's gonna be full-fledged war. It's gonna be a draft. It's gonna be, EMP, all type of calamities taking place. We read how the day of the Lord is. So, Lord willing, this was something that was edifying and informative to the elect, man. Shalom.